In 2 Kings chapter 3 we find a fascinating story related to this place. We are in Kerak in Jordan, and on the ridge is a big crusader castle. In biblical times it was King Mesha who ruled here in Moab, and King Mesha raised sheep, just like they do many of the people who live here today. And he had to pay tribute to the king of Israel, no small tribute. He had to provide 100,000 lambs annually, in addition to the wool of 100,000 rams. When Ahab, the king of Israel, died and his son Joram became the new king, Mesha thought that he would rebel. And so he did. He did not want to send the high tribute any longer. King Joram was furious. And so he enlisted his large army, and he marched south, and he contacted the king of Judah, Jehoshaphat, and said, "The king of Moab has rebelled against me. Would you come help me?" "Yes," he said, "my horses are your horses. I am like you are. Let's go to make war." "By what road should we attack?" he said. "Well, we'll go through the desert of Edom." And so they made their way to the south of Moab here, and on their way they enlisted the king of Edom as well. So there were three kings now marching towards king of Moab. After they had marched for 7 days, they had no more water, neither for themselves nor for the animals with them. And the king exclaimed, "What? Has God led us here so that we will all perish?" Well, an officer of the army said, "Let's inquire of Elisha." He was the great prophet, and so they sought the prophet Elisha. But you must understand that Joram, he came from a family that had disdained all the prophets. They had turned their backs on God, and when they came, Elisha wasn't really interested. "Why in the wide world do you involve me in this matter?" Well, had it not been for the respect I have for King Jehoshaphat of Judah, I would not even have paid any notice to you, the prophet said. But since Jehoshaphat was there, he said, "I will make sure that there will be rain. Without any clouds, without any rain, there will be water in the valley." And suddenly overnight, the valley was filled with water. And as the Moabites got up in the morning and saw over the border region, there they saw the sun glinting in the water. They thought, "The three kings have risen against each other. It's blood. They have all been extinguished." And so they raced towards the camp. But as they came closer, the Israelites got out and they chased the Moabites along the way. They had to retract. And what did they do? All the soldiers, they had stones in their hand, and in every good field they threw a stone. It seems like they're here today even. The fields here are filled with stone. They damaged all the wells and they destroyed the towns, except this place where this was. In the Bible, in 2 Kings, the third chapter, there it says like this: "They stopped up all the springs and cut down every good tree. Only Kir Hareshet was left with its stones in place." See, this is where it was. The Crusader castle is of course of a much, much later date, but this is the place where this fascinating story took place.